Welcome back to TYT Sports, everybody. Monday morning here in the studio, back from a great Thanksgiving. Francis, how do you like your favorite adopted American holiday?
I'm still stuffed, man. I am about 10 pounds heavier, but still as handsome. Not to worry.
Well, it was a solid weekend. I was back home in the swamps in New Jersey. I had a great time. There was a lot of drinking, a lot of family, a lot of friends, and of course a lot of basketball because I love to play basketball. And then when you do that, you end up watching a lot of basketball.
You gonna hang them up?
I'm gonna hang them up because I probably should. My jump shot's not getting even better. It's getting worse as I get older. But if you watched, like I think many Americans did last night, the Laker game. I don't think anybody watched the Laker game. I think Jack Nicholson was there, though. Kobe made an announcement before the game started, a couple hours before, and he announced that he'd be retiring, but he announced that in poetic form.
Didn't you know his middle name?
Kobe?
Kobe Shakespeare, Bryant?
Kobe, Dr. Seuss Bryant. Kobe Shel Silverstein Bryant. It didn't rhyme that well, and I thought the poem sucked. And I'm going to be honest about that.
Is this your hate towards Kobe? Or
No. And don't forget, I have defended, and I always will. I always defend Kobe's legacy. I borderline top 5 player in the NBA and guaranteed top 10 player in NBA history. I think everything he's done for the game is amazing, and no one likes watching, at this point, a crippled guy trying to show his likes of greatness and what he has left. But here's the facts. Kobe goes out and writes a poem to announce that he's retiring, and the world is letting this guy off as if it's totally okay. It's a poem. That's absurd. I've never heard of such a weak way for one of the best killers in NBA history to go out via poem. Oh, my body aches and my heart aches, but I can tell that my body knows that it's not time for me to be playing anymore. No shit, Kobe. I haven't played a full season in 3 years. I love the guy. He's the only player in NBA history to play 20 seasons on one team. That's commendable. He did not get one of the worst contracts in NBA history. The Lakers gifted him one of the worst contracts in NBA history. And now, on top of all of that, Kobe gets an inbound pass and nails a three-pointer in vintage Kobe form. And then 2 free throws later hit by Paul George. Kobe gets the shot again and airballs miserably. He was 4 of 20 on the night. Yeah. The Kobes are letting Kobe walk out of his career by hand-holding with Byron Scott, which is ridiculous because he should have been fired 5 games ago. There's no semblance of offense on that team. It's pathetic. It's really, really pathetic that they have not fired Byron Scott, all because they need someone to hold Kobe's hand. He went out by poem. First of all, let me throw to the poem for you guys. On top of that, Adam Silver came out and said via Twitter, or at least that was how I found it, was via Twitter, that his legacy will be commended. He's one of the greatest players of all time. He's definitely one of the greatest players of this generation, and doing the right thing from Adam Silver. He's a great commissioner. Francis, you've seen Kobe's 81-point game highlights. I've showed you that over and over and over again.
As well.
You've seen Kobe and Shaq's time together. You've seen Kobe be a killer in the NBA. What do you think of Kobe in 2015?
It's hard to watch. I watched the game against Golden State thoroughly, and I do agree with the point you're saying. It's almost as if they're gifting him. They're like, all right, continue. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can go out on a high. And this should have been done 2 seasons ago. Like, his body obviously cannot handle the extremities that he tries to put it through. He doesn't just try to play those reserved minutes and be useful at what he can be useful for, his knowledge, his shooting ability, when you use him sparingly. No, he's trying to play at the same magnitude he can. So it's no secret that his shooting average is diabolical, and that at the moment, and that is against Golden State, it was painful to watch. I watched the post show with Shaq and Charles Barkley and those guys, and they were saying that you just cannot, you have to look away at times because he's trying to take the same shots that he has done before. The power's not in his legs. He can't reach the basket often. And it is hard to watch because Kobe, for basketball, for me, did what many other people, not just going to mention all the other sports, but he done it for the game. For me, what many other sports persons have done is he transcended the game of basketball. I watched it in Scotland when Kobe was performing as well. He was a known name. It's not often that you get basketball players as known across the pond or around the world. Well, it is around the world, but not as much across the pond. In the UK, trust me, it's not as big. Many people think it does transcend. It doesn't. But Kobe was a name that I knew and a name that everyone knew, along with Michael Jordan, along with LeBron James now. It's the same sort of thing. So it's painful when you watch this figure who was so dominant for years just kind of be lackluster, but also I feel like it's undermining the players around them because I feel like they have the chance to take better shots at times and they're gifting him the chance. And I think that when you see, I listened to Clarkson on Power 106.
Tough listen.
Power 106. It's tough to listen to, trust me. Like, it wasn't hard. He couldn't. I didn't know what he was saying half the time. But whatever. he was saying that they will now try and use this as incentive. And I think there might be method in his poem. This might be a way to try and spur forward this diabolical Lakers team to try and play a little bit better and maybe utilize their ability to try and give Kobe a good send-off. Or it could just go back to the way that I seen against Golden State, where they had many open shots, but they still just passed it to Kobe and asked him to try and perform the miracles that he had done 5-10 years ago, which he cannot do in that offense. And that's what I was thinking to myself. What way is this going to go? Are they going to try and bind together as a team, maybe try and string some wins together? Or are they going to continue to feed Kobe to the point that it's hard to watch?
Kobe, you made the point. He's got no power in his legs. He can still watch this guy. Like, he has one of his 20 buckets a game. One of his 4 buckets out of 20 shot a game.
Yeah.
He's an amazing one-on-one guy.
Still gifted to watch. Yeah.
Of course. And he gets some of those amazing, like the Kobe layup, which is just a turnaround jumper, and they hit, and there's nothing but net, and the crowd goes crazy, and then he misses 10 straight. The thing that kills me the most about watching Kobe last night specifically is he hits that three-pointer over Paul George, and he's smiling, and he's laughing. Kobe Bryant only smiled when he won championships. He only laughed when he was holding an NBA championship trophy. He only was happy after he was hugging Shaq when he won in 2000 and 2001, and of course with Pau years later. That's not Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant doesn't smile after hitting a three-pointer that doesn't even win the game, that doesn't even tie the game. Kobe Bryant doesn't laugh and make jokes. That's not Kobe Bryant. I don't care if he's become, a guy who now is not, he was universally loved across the league opposed to being universally hated across the league because he was such a great player. That's not Kobe. So I don't know what the hell the Lakers are putting out there. I don't know what the hell kind of show they're trying to give fans, but Kobe should be benched and Byron Scott should be fired.
Well, the thing is, and it's from a marketing play, it's going to work wonders because they haven't been filling those seats because it has been hard to watch.
They
but
sell
now,
out every game still.
That's it. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the thing is like they understand that this as a marketing play is going to drive sales. I listened to the radio this morning.
How much should tickets going for his last game now?
For $1,100 for a game. Courtside seats for his last game against the Jazz are going for 11,000.
Woo!
11,000.
What a game!
What are those?
The Lakers and the Jazz to close out Kobe's career.
And you better believe that even if they have rejuvenated their season, which I doubt they will, it could all go to shit because they'll continue.
They'll have 11 wins.
But they'll continue, rejuvenated it to some point, to salvage it for some sort of respect. They'll continue to feed Kobe in that game because it's the last game and they're putting on a show to try and give him the chance to show that, okay, I might go out, but I'm going out with the fucking fight.
I can't stand Kobe writing a poem to retire. It's ridiculous.
I didn't think it was that bad. I like poems.
It's stupid. I can't stand
I'm sentimental.
That Kobe is getting fed all these shots in the shell of what he has. Regardless, since Magic came into the league, there's maybe 3 players better than him to play this game, 2 of which being Jordan and Magic Johnson, potentially maybe LeBron James, depending on how you rank him. But Kobe Bryant's a number 5 greatest player of all time, in my opinion.
And that's to get away from what the Lakers are doing wrong, everything else. It's sad. It's sad to see a player who I have loved to see, like, kind of fall down. But as Shaq basically said it, is like you can fight injuries, you can fight a lot of things, you can kind of come back and bounce back and be utilized for what you still have, but you cannot fight old age.
Dan, what's the line?
Father Time is the GOAT.
He knows it. Father Time is the GOAT.
I mean, if we could, then trust me, give me it, because I want to keep all of this. I want to keep all of this for as many years as I can. But I won't be able to.
How's your jumper?
My jumper's not bad.
You should try out for the Lakers.
You were surprised when you see me throw them outside. Like my
technique's bad.
My technique's there, but I don't know how to utilize my legs.
It looks more like an overhand soccer throw, like a throw-in. But it's accurate. That's what's impressive.
That's all it counts. Hit the rim and it looks okay.
I guarantee you can go at least 1 for 20. Not an NBA game, maybe a college game.
But he will be missed. Let's leave on a positive note. I
can't leave on a positive note for a guy who wrote a poem to retire.
You're definitely an East Coast guy.
A poem.
What did you think of the poem? Did you think it was nice and sentimental? And to the last point, they did actually give out all the fans who attended a nice letter showcasing them.
That's fine.
I appreciate that. The guy spent 20 years at a club. At his, I said club. Well, who cares? 20 years at his franchise.
Lakers club.
He spent 20 years at his franchise. That is so honourable. That is honourable to stand. And it's surprising to me that the franchise stays for 20 years because of the way you guys like to trade names and everything in the NBA. But that is great for a player to show that much loyalty. When's the last time that was done? Has it been done?
No NBA players played for the same team for 20 years.
Same thing. It's like that for me is impressive.
Because most NBA players don't play 20 years.
All right. Well, that's my last note. Great job. Stay with your
Kobe.
franchise in the future.
We loved watching you, Kobe, but there's no more Kobe left in the league. Make sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you liked your poem, his poem, then I don't like you.
Write me one.
So at Francis_Maxwell, write your haikus to Francis. And at Francis Maxwell TYT on Instagram, at JSuperman91 on both, and at TYT Sports on Twitter as well.